A powerful and dramatic story is often told about our near future, a world where machines have become so capable that human labor is rendered obsolete. In this vision, which some predict could arrive in as little as 20 years, the very concept of a job disappears, leaving billions of people in a state of permanent, involuntary leisure. This narrative is compelling because it speaks to our deepest anxieties about progress and our place in the world. However, while it captures our attention with its stark simplicity, this prediction of a workless world is far from a certainty and may obscure the more complex reality unfolding before us. History provides a useful, if imperfect, guide to our current moment of technological disruption. Steam engine assembly line personal computer pundits and prognosticators have repeatedly warned that the new machines would eliminate the need for human workers on a grand scale. Yet, time and again, these predictions have proven incorrect. New technologies have consistently eliminated some jobs and tasks, but they have also, in parallel, created new industries, new demands, entirely new categories of work. Workers, over time, have adapted and moved into these new roles. The current revolution, driven by artificial intelligence, does possess fundamentally different characteristics that warrant our serious consideration. Unlike the mechanical automation of the past, which primarily replaced physical labor, AI can now perform cognitive tasks that were once the exclusive domain of human minds. To truly understand how artificial intelligence will reshape the labor market, we must shift our focus from the abstract concept of a job to the concrete reality of tasks. Almost every job is a bundle of tasks. Think surgeon, think truck driver. A wide variety of individual tasks. Some tasks are routine and follow predictable rules. Others require judgment. Others require empathy. Others require physical interaction with an unpredictable real world. Automation doesn't replace people, it replaces tasks. AI's strength: well-defined tasks, data-intensive tasks, repetitive cognitive tasks, executed with superhuman speed and accuracy. That leads to the hollowing out of the labor market. The most automatable tasks sit in the middle of the skill and wage distribution. Examples: processing invoices, generating standard financial reports, managing data entry, performing basic legal discovery. Because they're rule-based and repetitive, AI can take them over. As this hollowing out of the middle proceeds, we can observe the emergence of three distinct and divergent segments within the new workforce. The first of these groups can be called the AI-augmented superworkers. These are professionals, managers, and specialists who skillfully integrate artificial intelligence into their daily workflows, not as a replacement, but as a powerful collaborator. AI acts as their tireless research assistant, their data analyst, and their first draft writer, freeing them from routine cognitive labor. This allows them to focus their human talents on the highest value tasks: strategic thinking, creative synthesis, client relationships, and final nuanced judgment. These roles, which often command high salaries, will become more productive and more valuable than ever before. The second major segment consists of the human essential service providers. These are workers whose value lies precisely in the fact that they are human, performing jobs that require empathy, trust, physical care, and nuanced social interaction. This category includes nurses providing comfort to patients, therapists building rapport with clients, early childhood educators nurturing toddlers, and skilled tradespeople navigating the complexities of a physical job site. While AI might handle paperwork or provide diagnostic suggestions, the core of the work depends on a human-to-human connection that technology cannot authentically replicate. Faced with this profound economic transformation, passive observation is not a viable strategy. Both private companies and public institutions have a responsibility to make deliberate, proactive choices to shape a more inclusive and productive future of work. The first and most important choice for businesses is to prioritize an augmentation strategy over a simple replacement strategy. Leaders should redesign workflows to create human AI teams. Let machines handle the repetitive, data-heavy tasks. Human workers should focus on judgment. Human workers should focus on customer interaction. Human workers should focus on creative problem-solving. For example, hospitals are using AI to analyze medical scans for anomalies, but the final diagnosis and patient consultation remain firmly in the hands of the doctor. Second, a massive and sustained investment in reskilling and continuous learning is non-negotiable. Companies must become engines of talent development, funding accessible training programs. Training must be directly linked to the new roles being created. Training must be practical and provide tangible credentials, certifications, or project portfolios. Firms must provide necessary support, including paid time for learning and assistance with life needs, so mid-career workers can navigate transitions. Third, clear communication and worker inclusion are essential for building trust. Companies should actively involve workers in designing and implementing new AI systems. When employees have a voice, they view tools as aids. Adoption and innovation improve. The changes AI brings to the world of work extend far beyond economic calculations of productivity and employment statistics. For many people, a job is more than just a source of income. It is a cornerstone of personal identity, a source of social connection, and a provider of daily structure and purpose. The potential loss of this anchor can have profound psychological and social consequences, affecting mental health, community engagement, and an individual's sense of agency. Therefore, any effective policy response must address these deep human needs, not just the financial ones. Programs that combine retraining with community-building activities and mental health support will be crucial for helping individuals navigate this difficult transition holistically. If we fail to act decisively and thoughtfully, the risk of drifting into a stipend society becomes very real. In such a society, a large segment of the population might be supported by some form of basic income or government subsidy, but would lack the opportunity for meaningful work and contribution. This outcome, while perhaps economically feasible, would be a social and spiritual failure. This is a possible future, but it is not an inevitable one. We have the capacity and the obligation to choose a different path, one that pairs technological progress with human dignity. The central question is no longer what the machines will do, but what we will choose to do.